Erling's father was forced to retire from football at the age of 30 due to injury concerns just 3 years after Erling was born. You must have seen the lethal Roy Keane tackle in which Haaland Sr. was taken down. While Haaland Sr. gave up football to become a real estate developer back home, he urged his son to take up football. Then fast forward to 2019. Salzburg bagged Haaland for $8 million on January 1st. Then Manchester City roped in Haaland for $62 million on June 13, 2022. In only 3 years, Haaland has developed into one of the most promising strikers in football history, and we'll go over each and every step that has led him to this point. From nothing to being among the stars, the life of Haaland. Erling Haaland was born in Leeds, England on July 21, 2000. His father, Alfie, was a right back who spent the majority of his career with Manchester City, and his mother, Grima Rita, was a professional Norwegian athlete, implying that Haaland was born to be an athlete. Erling's father was unable to continue playing, thus the entire family returned to Norway in 2004. He never fully recovered when Roy Keane nearly severed his leg. That was a terrifying football match.
Roy Keane on Haaland. It's a red card issued by David Ellery to Manchester United's captain for the 4th time.
And just thinking about it hurts. The incident effectively terminated Alfie's career and remains one of the most egregious tackles in NFL history. Fortunately for Alfie, his son joined a professional club when he was 16 years old. Because of his height and powerful build in comparison to his peers, young Haaland had already made a name for himself and earned the moniker man-child. And that's not the only way he distinguished himself from the competition. In his debut, he immediately showed his ability to score. However, Haaland only scored for 4 more times that season. He appeared to have to alter the molds to a different style of play. But after a lot of practice, he scored 1 goal after the other. That's when manager Ole Solskjaer realized he couldn't keep him for much longer.
He'll be a top player if I get him to Man United instead of in Leeds and City like his dad played for.
Rebel Salzburg swooped in on January 1st, 2019 and signed the talented striker for $8 million. Haaland was pleased with the trade, but he understood he still had work to do. When you asked his teammates about him, all they could say was how mature he was for a 19-year-old. But he smartly kept all big shoe brands on their toes and not got signed until 2023. Watch till the end to know how. He's an absolute top professional. While we're playing cards on trips away, you can only see him reading some scientific articles on how he can improve his sleep or diet. He's always looking for the smallest detail he can improve to take another step forward, says Maximilian Wober. Apart from reading, Haaland spent the majority of his leisure time following his idols, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Cristiano Ronaldo. He observed their best moments on a daily basis, so when he received a call from the Norwegian under-20 squad, he accepted the flight to the World Cup 2019. He understands just what to do and how to do.
Hauge, great move. Haaland, whipping ball over the top again, and Haaland finishes.
In that first game against Honduras, he scored not 1, not 2, not 3, but 9 goals, garnering worldwide attention. That was our first encounter with the man-child of Norway. That game was just what Haaland needed because the club realized he could actually win a lot of games for the squad as he started getting more and more minutes at Salzburg. And well, I guess that was a wise decision because he accomplished this at the Champions League debut.
Первый мяч влетает в ворота Герр. Боролся за мяч, отдает Холланду. Холланд врывается в штрафную. 2-0. 2-0 Эрлинг. Идет Вебер и Холланд. Смотрит на судью, а что судья?
Yeah, my man scored a hat-trick in his debut Champions League game. But do you know, Haaland almost refused to get signed for Dortmund? Everyone in Salzburg began to adore him, and hundreds of fans purchased his jersey. But who thought they'd be forced to throw that one away only 2 months later? Haaland's ability was being recognized all over the world, with clubs such as Manchester United, Chelsea, and Juventus all interested in him. That is, until Dortmund offered him a whopping 20 million euros to sign him. But there is one issue that not many people are aware of. Before they finally put pen to paper, there was one very significant guarantee to be made. Haaland, his father, and his agent Mino Raiola all demanded that Erling would be Dortmund's first choice striker and that if he wasn't, they would withdraw out and sign elsewhere. Dortmund, on the other hand, wanted to stop this. So, after a lot of thought, Dortmund's coach finally agreed to sign the contract.
I just felt that me and Dortmund was a good match.
That's when the real fun started.
Erling Haaland takes Sancho. Oh, it's a good pass from Sancho. Oh, and it's an excellent finish. Sides, flag is stayed down. This is Hazard. Talking Hazard, looks up. There's Haaland. It's a milestone. He's on his own hat-trick.
Damn, that's a great way to win over the fans. He rapidly became Dortmund's most popular player, which could be attributed to his funny interviews.
After the final whistle, you and the whole teammates, you were going to the south stand, the famous yellow wall, which was empty today, of course. Why did you do that?
Why not? Well, what's going on now?
I wanted to stretch my chest and my tummy. So if you want to join me for that.
Okay. But I'm really happy to have more shooting than you.
Really?
What a dude. My boyfriend could score and make a joke. He became the club's sensation, and everyone saw he was built differently. Dortmund's coach at the time called him one of the best players he'd ever worked with. He has such power. When he goes deep between two centrals, nobody can stop him. He's made great progress. He's a hard worker with a great mentality and someone who will always want to win, said Lucien Favre. And it was his desire to win that made him unstoppable during his time in Dortmund. Haaland played his final game with the German club on May 14, 2022, having scored 86 goals in 89 appearances. On that same day, all of the major clubs began calling, but Erling knew exactly where he wanted to play next. It was Manchester City. The buzz around this transfer was enormous. Everyone was talking about it. That meant Erling had to keep up with a lot of expectations. When he was 22, he was being compared to Ronaldo Nazario. Haaland was unstoppable, even at Manchester City, breaking record after record. He's the first player in history to score a hat-trick in 3 consecutive games. He scored 15 goals in his first 10 Premier League games, the most ever scored in a player's first 10 Premier League appearances. The only player in Premier League and Champions League history to score on both debuts. After 30 games, he's had the most Champions League goals. In his first season at Manchester City, he scored an incredible 52 goals in 51 appearances across all competitions, becoming the club's all-time top scorer in a single season. Haaland's goal-scoring prowess was instrumental in City's pursuit of the treble. He was the top scorer in the Premier League, netting 36 goals in 35 appearances, helping City secure their 3rd consecutive league title. In the FA Cup, he chipped in with 5 goals in 5 matches, guiding City to the final. And in the Champions League, he continued his goal-scoring spree, netting 11 goals in 8 matches, leading City to the final. In short, Haaland's contributions to City's treble triumph were immense. He also won the Premier League Golden Boot and the Champions League Top Scorer award. Haaland's performances were so impressive that he was nominated for the Ballon d'Or, finishing in 2nd place behind Karim Benzema. All of these records helped him become quite successful, and if you look at the number of searches done on his name, you'll notice that he's never been more popular. This rapid rise to popularity prompted billion-dollar brands such as Nike, Adidas, and Puma to compete for the Norwegian striker. The amusing part is that Haaland is playing with them much like he does with his opponents on the field. During this Man City photo session, he sported Puma boots, Adidas in preseason, and Nike in his first 2 games. For months, the 3 largest shoemakers fought to have him lace up their shoes when he ran onto the field, and Haaland has finally reached an agreement with Nike. It's a 10-year deal at an unknown cost. I believe it's safe to state that Haaland had already had a written history in the 22 years he's been alive. He's far from done, and I believe he'll win at least 4 Ballon d'Ors during his career. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video about the young legend. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Until next time, keep watching.